Hey, what's going on with you tonight? You're on with Big J and
D-Mac.
for sure, we're on here on Let's Talk. Man, we're about to break it down, D, for the people so they'll know what's going on. You want to say anything? Give us some up-to-date news or anything, man?
Just hit the 9,000 mark on my views today. Thank you
Yeah,
everybody for turning in. Man, things
yeah.
are really, really growing. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Thanks to everybody for the love and the support, man. Let's get in and talk about LeVar.
Man, I was watching your channel, man. I'm watching your channel, man. Hey, if you need help making them thumbnails, let me know. Cause right now I'm inundated with them podcasts, getting them up every day. But let me know, I'll help you, bro. But just to see your channel go from 16 subscribers to where you're about to hit 100, and you
Yeah.
got 9,000 views, bro. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Cause I remember when I was there, man. I just kept doing what you're doing. I just kept grinding every day, every day,
Mhm.
every day. Then you doing good catching the algorithm. I would catch the algorithm sometime. Then other times it'd be like, whoop, I don't want to see you no more.
Man, like I was saying, it'd be the simplest videos that catch the algorithm too. But hey, any view, any exposure, man, is much appreciated.
Facts,
So
facts. And that's what it's all about, man. What they're trying to do is, you know what? Hey, what's trending right now? And that's the biggest thing. What's trending? What is
yeah.
everyone looking at? What's going on? So I tried. We're going to change up the hour a couple of times. Try to get everybody to come on. Let's see if it works. If it don't, we're good. We're just going to keep going back and forth until we find that hour where we can get more people to come on and support what we're doing. So tonight, hey, talk about that president that got assassinated, man. What on with that?
Uh, President Moise. Yeah, so what happened, man? He first of all, I want to do a little background on him because whenever he came into office, he was the interim president and he was supposed to hold an election and do it the proper way so that they could have a fair shot at somebody becoming the president. Hey, Marcrina, how you doing? And so
Salute.
but what he did, he went in, he didn't hire a cabinet, he didn't hire a parliament or anything like that. He just went in and pretty much uh took over their government. And when he did this, the people were angry about that because they said that you didn't give us the proper government that's necessary for us to flourish as a country. So he already had that one strike coming in. And then
Wow.
he had some corruption scandals going because we sent him $13 billion whenever they had that big earthquake in Haiti. And the money was not dispersed out to the people like it was supposed to. And they were asking questions of this guy, where's this money at? So there was a lot of tensions going. He had already had an assassination attempt done on his life a couple months ago, but this time they got him, man. And
Wow.
so
In his
it's
own home. In his
yeah,
own
in his
home.
home, man. And it's so unfortunate, but this is this is something that people need to see. This is something that people definitely need to see because the people spoke.
Right. Man, there's so much going on in the world right now. And we can look at it on the sports scene, being at the front of everything, especially the NBA. There is
Mhm.
just so much going on in the world. And I don't really know if we know and realize what's happening. That's why here we try to bring you, myself, Macrina, everyone, we try to bring sports news and information. And sometimes people tell me or ask me, well, isn't this just a sports channel? No. On all our introductions,
Mhm.
we say it's sports news and information because we want to make sure that we deliver or bring what's conducive to the fan and to those who follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and all social media, especially our podcast. So,
Mhm.
man, we want to talk about Lamelo Ball's dad tonight, and I want to tell you why. LeVar Ball was done wrong at the beginning of him coming out with his sons. Let me say this: I watched him, yeah, and that's true. Macrina said we don't. We don't
Hear
hear
everything.
everything. That's right. Because there's only so much the media is going to feed us. There's
Mm-hmm.
only so much going to feed us because they don't really want us to know everything because we're supposed to be blind. It seemed like the government would run the media, but listen to the conversations between the media and the government in the White House chat room or when they're in with the president. And some
Mm-hmm.
things are being discussed, and the president of the term just walk out. Why? It's not for everybody's hearing. You're right,
Mm-hmm.
Marcrina. Thank you 100%. So tonight, man, we want to give some kudos to LeVar Ball and just say, man, thank you for not quitting. There's so many people right now who are quitting in life. I even see people, you guys quitting on YouTube. And let me tell you what one guy told me. He says Kwame Brown is taking all the views. He said Kwame Brown is taking all the audience. He said my audience has died. I said, but don't quit. Keep going. Keep producing. You might say something he might miss. It's just that one person that you can touch their hearing to make a difference. What do you think on that, D?
I was always told that whenever things get hard and it seems like all of the odds are against you, that's when your breakthrough is about to happen.
That's right.
And so that was my incentive to never give up. And so whenever things start to get tough like that, I think about that and I'll reach back and I'll take that to motivate me to keep pushing forward because
Facts.
this is just a new level that I'm going to. And there's always going to be opposition when you're elevated.
Yes, yes. Hey, watch this. The Milwaukee Bucks better get that mindset.
Well, see, that's the thing. Giannis is playing hurt. He playing just like James Harden was for their series.
Right,
He's just basically a decoy right now. Giannis
right,
can give you a little bit of time, maybe in the first and the second quarter. But once that knee start getting sore, Giannis is pretty much he's playing timid at that point, and Aiton is paying. He's taking advantage of that, and that's something that I said he should do. Giannis is hurt. He's gonna play timid after about the second quarter and you need to go hard on him. And that's what Aiden been doing.
right. And that's what Chris Ball did. I love what she just said. Can you read that, man? This is powerful.
She said, when one falls, it's how you stand stronger.
Right. And you know why I said this is powerful? Believe it or not, when I was younger and I met my wife, I wanted to be a bodybuilder and I wanted to do all that stuff so I wasn't just yoked out.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I got weights and I asked my buddy, I said, man, why do you lift weights the way you do? He said, let me explain it to you, man. When you hear people say weights build muscle, what they're not telling you is this: weight tears your muscle, and as the
Mm-hmm.
muscle tears, because the mind memory muscle, it grows back stronger because it doesn't want to allow those same rips. So when you rip, that's why they used to call it ripping, as Marquina just said. When you rip something, it grows back stronger. And tonight, man, that just sounds like who? LeVar Ball. Let me let you hear this video and we'll get into it from there. I thought this was so amazing to share. Be right back.
Well, like I said, my sons are like phones. I keep making them better and better. And I always had this concept right here where I've said at the moment right now, Lonzo's the best. Jello is my strongest, so he has the potential to be the best because on the next level, they get bigger and faster. He like that naturally. Melo's going to be the best on the fact that he's the youngest. Right. More experience learning from his other brothers.
Right.
But when that's where he's
told
at.
me that.
Right. So now, if I take my son, who's an American, and take him over there to Lithuania to let him get involved in this early. So now, Melo's not doing a term paper and a chemistry test and all that. He's focusing, concentrating only on basketball.
So was Lithuania good for him, for his
It
development?
was great for him. If you're just waking up out of a hotel and you get to practice twice a day, as opposed to studying for a Spanish test and you never even know take Spanish. So now you're playing against grown men, and Melo got a taste of what all superstars have to get a taste of, and this is what I mean. When you're in high school, you're the all-star.
Right.
But then when you go to college, you're not that guy, and you feel that you're that good, you have to take a back seat.
Right.
Now, at let's say the other kid, R.J. Hampton, went over there to Australia.
Yep.
Awesome high school player.
Right.
But when you got over there to Australia, you're like, God dang, why I'm not playing? I'm coming off the bench, doing a little bit of stuff here and there, and you're thinking that's it. Melo already did that in Lithuania.
Right.
He was the best point guard, but the coach is like, you're not even getting the game.
I'm quite sure the Lakers wanted to hold on to Lonzo. If you talk to any smart executive around the league, they recognize he can be a really special player. He's just still very, very young, and he's already pretty good. But why do you get? I'm just curious. Why are you so salty about a trade that netted AD? Even you have to realize if AD is available.
See, that's what you guys is failed to mess up on. Like I said, I'm very happy about the trade. Believe it or not, I'm glad he's at New Orleans. He got a hell of a team over there.
For sure.
When you get a coach that's going to be behind you, I like Alvin Gentry. I like him a lot.
I'm confused, man. I'm a little bit confused.
Go ahead. That's what we want to talk about.
These are the same guys who were mocking this man. These are the same guys who were saying that this man is crazy. The same guys who were saying that, oh, he's just capitalizing off of his sons.
Facts.
And he's forcing his sons to do all of this.
Facts.
All of this talk that they were saying, and now their tune has changed. Now their tune has changed, man. I can't stand a hypocrite. And if you're wrong, man, admit that you're wrong, but don't try to sit up there and act like you never said what you said.
Facts, man. Did you hear what Skip just said? He was the main one who said, man, LeVar Ball, I can't stand him, how he treats his kids. He treats his kids abusively. And now listen to what he says. He said, if I had a dad, I would want him like LeBron James and LeVar Ball. He just ate crow without apologizing. And that's what, see, I'm telling you, D, this is what I saw. When they interviewed Charles Barkley and LaMelo Ball was on that platform, and LaMelo Ball said who was his great encouragement from the NBA, and he mentioned all the superstars against Barkley, I saw the change right then. Now everybody, oh, I wish LeVar was my daddy, but you and Shannon talked about him. You mocked him. Go ahead, man. What you see with that, man?
And yeah, going back to Charles, man, the way Charles talked about that family and the way he dogged that family out, he deserves to eat every last bit of the crow. Yeah, Skip get his little, we might give Skip a feather. We might pluck a feather for Nick Wright and them other guys. But the majority of that crow need to be stuffed in Charles Barkley's mouth because he said unnecessary stuff about them people. Berated them, tried to demoralize them and everything.
Yes.
And now he has the rookie of the year in front of him, and he's sitting there looking crazy because he don't know what to say. And he really wished that he had a father like LeVar Ball, but he's never going to admit that because he done talked himself into much of a hole.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. A lot of people are talking about Kwame Brown about this change in the world right now, especially in sports. That's not true. It's LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball did. Because you can see, watch this. Skip and Shannon is not talking about Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown has a selective few people on YouTube, which just happen to be about 300, almost 400,000 people on social media. But the world is bigger than that. And the world sees internationally LeVar Ball because of his sons, the product that he put before us. And now they have to back up, and now they have to look within themselves and say, how can we get a hold of these young men to be a part of what we're doing? It ain't over yet, D. It ain't over. Go ahead.
What makes this man a genius to me, because now you look at the situation. All three of them boys are going to play in the Drew Leagues game this weekend.
You got it.
And this is just a showcase for Michael Jordan and Borrego of what all three of those brothers can do when they're put together. That's all it is.
Yes. And what he's doing, trust me, from that one game, he's going to make money that the NBA won't see as far as marketing because LiAngelo is not in the NBA. So to see this Chino Hills team back together again without an NBA jersey on, they're about to make money that's never been seen. The man is a mastermind. He goes down and he coaches in the G League. And the reason he's coaching, because his boys, they're off the team right now. And guess what? You're going to bring them same 3 cats who was big down to the not G League, but to the Drew League, and you're going to put them up against one of the better teams. Man, you know that thing is going to be packed out. People all over the world is going to see that.
Man, he's been telling everybody, you better watch out. The big baller is still working. Just because he's not out front and doing all of that hoopla on the screen in front of cameras no more, that's because he's been in the lab working. Now he's got the foundation laid. Zoe is already set. Melo is already set. And now he's laying the foundation for everything else. And everybody else was doubting him and saying all of this other. They doubted this family from the day that they came into the NBA. Everything that man said that he was going to do, they laughed and scoffed until they seen him do it.
Facts.
And now he's about to pull something off that's going to change the whole face of the entire NBA, and I can't wait for it.
It already started, man. Watch this, D. This is what I love about this channel. We don't have 1 million people yet, but we will, because we dig deeper and we dig the opposite of everyone else. And let me tell you why I see that. Guess what? If this works, they don't want Rachel Nichols there in the Drew League calling the game or talking about what's going on. So watch this. ESPN needs to televise that game. Wow, but y'all ain't hearing me.
Absolutely. They definitely need to televise that game, because that's going to draw so much of a crowd. Not only is it going to draw attention to the ball boys, but all of those other players that's there. They're going to get a chance to be highlighted and seen as well. So this is not just going to be for the ball boys. This is going to work out for a lot of other players.
Trust me. The reason Skip Bayless is talking like that, because there's something already working behind the scenes at ESPN with the Ball family. And trust me, everybody wants a piece of it. So what are they doing? Hey, we're sorry, man. I wish LeVar was my daddy, but you couldn't stand him and his sons whose shots were broken. Now I wish he was my daddy. Man.
Hey, let me drop this little jewel out there. If they're talking about females being announcers and stuff, if once she got better, once she healed it and recovered fully from her stroke, I wouldn't mind seeing Tina Ball out there doing some sports casting and stuff like that. She is a ball player. She knows the game, and I think she would do a great job because she used to be a teacher.
Facts. And that's what marcrina, I love what she said. She said, because people want to see Jello. That's right. So if you put all 3 of those brothers on the floor together, they're going to make just as much money as they did in one season in one day in the NBA. Why? Endorsements are going to kick off.
That's exactly it.
Endorsements going to happen.
This is what bothers the NBA so bad, is because Lamelo and LeVar, well, the whole Ball family is showing them that you can generate all of that money without having to go through their system.
Facts.
That's the biggest issue right there. They were showing LaMelo. LeVar was showing a picture of LaMelo. He was like, "Yeah, you like that picture right there? This was LaMelo when he was in high school. Guess what? He was making money off of that shirt because it had his likeness on there, and he wasn't in college, so he was able to get paid. But Zion Williamson and all them dudes wasn't able to make no money.
That's right.
LaMelo made millions of dollars off of a t-shirt before he even stepped into a gym.
And because that's his father, man. His father made sure, just in case they're not NBA phenoms, I'm going to show you how to make marketing dollars. And that's what he did. That's why Skip Bayless, man, I'm telling you, his entire tune changed. That brother straight said, I wish LeVar was my daddy. I like, man, then watch this. Rachel Nichols get outed. All right. Now everybody talking about the 3 brothers coming together to play again and joining behind the dad's narrative. It's on. Marcrina said the game will be sold out. You're 100% right.
Absolutely, because of the buildup. She said just a matter of their name causes an uproar. Absolutely. And with LiAngelo, I went back and I looked at the whole story from the beginning, where he went over to China and stole and everything like that. And Man, they really tried to crucify that kid. It's like they wanted him to grovel and they wanted him to do all of this stuff. I'm so glad that LeVar stepped in and said, look, no, my son's not going to grovel. He's already done what he did. China forgave him. We're back home now. And for you to try to keep on punishing him and make an example of him, I'm not going to allow you to do that to my son. And so because LeVar didn't
Facts.
allow them to do that to LiAngelo and pulled him out of UCLA and all of the money and stuff that UCLA had riding on LiAngelo Ball, that's why he's blackballed in the NBA right now.
Facts. Watch this, D. Every decision that LeVar Ball made is coming into fruition.
Hmm.
Nothing fell out. Trust me. If LiAngelo does not get picked, I have a plan. And this
Hmm.
was thought of way before LiAngelo didn't get picked. Because what
Yeah.
I'm noticing as a father and a dad, he always has something in preparation. So him coaching in the Drew League was already something that was being prepared. I'm telling
And,
you, Doc, it is
and another
amazing.
good thing, and another good thing is that LeVar wouldn't let LiAngelo quit.
Right,
Because there were times when I'm sure LiAngelo was getting frustrated. He wasn't getting picked. He wasn't getting this. They were criticizing him. Like he said, they haven't showed any footage of him since they were in Chino Hills.
right.
And so I know that LeVar's been having to give him pep talks. He's been having to keep him motivated, and that's one of the greatest aspects of LeVar Ball that any team in the league needs. The motivation that he brings and being able to get the best
Facts.
out of his players, not just his boys, but all his players. And that's what makes him a great person in my eyes.
Yep. What did Macrina say?
She said, but it has some players in NBA who's getting paid or and not up to par. Yeah, absolutely. We just seen tonight we had Chris Middleton out there, and everybody was going. They were saying we're going to have to put this on Drew Holiday's shoulder and Chris Middleton's shoulders because Giannis is hurt. Well, Chris Middleton didn't show up tonight.
That's
He's
right.
a subpar player. He can play when there's no pressure on it and give you whatever. But when the pressure's on and you can't perform, then you're not that star player like they were saying Chris Middleton. I saw a headline the other day saying star Chris Middleton. No, he's not a
Wow.
star. He's not a
Watch
star until he shows the consistency of a star.
Watch what LeVar did, man. You're not going to take Jello, as Macrina said. You have Lonzo and you have Melo. I need you to see my sons play together. I'm
Hmm.
going down to the Drew League. I'm going to make sure they have proper players around. And when
Hmm.
we make it to the Drew League playoffs, I'm bringing my sons out the back room and I'm going to let them dogs loose and they're going to run. And when they run, the world's going to see what the Ball brothers are all about. Jello didn't lead the state of California in scoring for no reason. He's about to let them dogs. Who let the dogs out? LeVar. Who? I'm telling you, he's about to let the dogs out. And in that game, man, I'm telling you, we're gonna see stuff we never seen before from the adult Ball brothers. They're already working on it.
Well, even more than the Drew League, let's talk about Charlotte. Because
Facts.
when LiAngelo was down there, they kept LiAngelo, and then LeVar Daddy messed around and let the cat out of the bag when he said, "Oh, they kept him up there in North Carolina." Who
Right.
kept him up there in North Carolina?
Right.
The Hornets did, and Borrego came to that the little camp that Lamelo had to talk to LiAngelo. So
Right.
they got something in the works. We all understand what's going on in the mind of Michael Jordan. And if he does make that move, it's not going to be something that's out of the norm because you got I just said it, the Holiday brothers, they're on Indiana together. Then you have the Martin twins on Charlotte. Then you have the Antetokounmpo brothers. So it's not a far-fetched thing to have two brothers play together.
It's gonna be predicated on this game. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
when them brothers run together, they're not just going to have fans there. They're going to be NBA execs. See, Lonzo is still under contract. Nobody ain't talking about it.
Yeah,
He's a free agent, but he's
yeah,
a restricted free agent,
yeah.
which means is if someone offers him a great deal, Pelicans can match that deal, and he can't go anywhere. So
Yeah,
Lonzo, he's not out of contract yet. It all depends on what the Pels are going to do.
yeah, that's true. That is so true. But with I think
Hold on. Who is it?
say the road to Millie. Tuning in. What's good, people? Hey, what's up, what's up the road to Millie? How you doing, brother? Well, I'm gonna say this because LiAngelo, there's a big buzz growing around him right now. We're feeding the media. We're gonna play with you a little bit and be like, yeah, he's gonna be in the Drew leagues, and then he don't show up. Everybody was waiting to see LiAngelo in those Drew leagues, and the buzz was starting to build. Well, now we're getting to the point to where the Hornets are starting to flirt with LiAngelo. So the buzz is building around him, and LeVar is making sure that that buzz is building around him. And that's a great thing because when he finally does touch down somewhere and he actually comes into the league, he's going to be more anticipated to be seen than both of his other brothers. And that's going to be a great thing for the league. That's going to be a great thing for basketball, especially if he comes in and he supersedes the expectations of the team, like his father is saying. We've had one. Lonzo came in and worked his way up to where he is now. Lamelo hit the ground running. So if LiAngelo come in and does anything above subpar, then the league is going to go crazy.
But see, this is what's going on. And what's up, my big man? What's going on is this, D. If even if LiAngelo doesn't make the run in the NBA, we got to look at what LeVar is doing. LeVar is making his sons international phenoms. Remember, LaMelo went to Australia and broke the bank of fans. So guess what? If the Drew League does host this game, ESPN has to be a part. Watch this. Everything's coming together based on the Ball family. This is if he runs his three sons and is not against their contract, LaMelo and Lonzo, he's going to break the bank worldwide because everyone's going to want to invest in them three boys from endorsement perspective. LiAngelo will never have to play a game. Why? Because the amount of money going to be paid from a Drew League game is going to be astronomical crazy.
This right here just put it into perspective for me. LiAngelo Ball has way more following and way more fanfare than Edwards, Halliburton, and all of these guys that are already in the league. He haven't played one game in the NBA,
Facts.
and he has more star power than all of the other rookies that came in with LaMelo. So this tells me that he can sell tickets. That's no
Facts.
problem. But it's now it comes down to seeing where his game is. Has his game deteriorated over this long time without any competition? Or have he been working and working and keeping his game up? That's the only question that we have. And so I'm interested to see what happened. I know I want to see this Drew League game.
I'm telling you, man, we've caused so much right on this little small channel with almost 3,000 subs, almost 200,000 views, your channel. We've caused so much right, marcrina, the moderators, and yet it goes unnoticed, but it doesn't. Trust me,
Yeah.
after this is viewed by tomorrow, individuals are going to be on the same narrative.
I go through and I listen to people talking about sports and stuff, and I hear stuff that be pretty close to some of the stuff we be saying. I'm not saying that somebody's stealing our content. I'm just saying that the views that we have be right along the line with those who are
Yes.
so-called professional analysts, and
Man, watch what.
sometimes we make better predictions than
Yes,
those
sir.
analysts. But that's just because it's not because we play basketball or anything like that, but we know the game. We
Yes.
pay attention to the game. We've coached the game. And so we see it from a different aspect that the players don't see it from.
Man, if anything, is marketing deep. What you just said, which Rogue said. Can you read his comment? It's gonna blow you out the water.
He said, similar to the star power of Logan and Jake Paul, changing the boxing game without ever being pro. There you
And
go.
and that's what LeVar is doing with his sons, man. I guarantee you, on ESPN and other The Jump, First Take, they're going to talk about the same thing we're talking about. Watch what I tell you. And then what's going to happen, ESPN already knows what's going to go on if them three boys plays. That's why Rachel Nichols, we're going to give you a break and show the world somebody else. Because we've done LeVar Ball so wrong. We want to send the right narrative when this game does jump off, so we can make sure that we get to interview them. It's a lot going on, man.
I want him to keep on mocking him, so when he do prove him wrong again,
Facts.
it's the look on their face. I love to see that look on their face whenever he proves them wrong, and
Facts.
he seems to do it a whole lot. So they done kind of backed off of him because they don't want to look crazy anymore.
Facts.
But this man, what he's done, if they were really, really in support of family and really trying to push the narrative of a strong father, they would have made sure that Triple B's worked. Why? Because this man can.
And I agree 100%. He froze it. But we have to understand, and I agree with you, the road, because LeVar Ball is doing something in the world of sports that no one has done. And what he's doing, he's capitalizing. And what the NBA will have a black eye for not really allowing him to come in and then taking his G League narrative away from him when he had his sons playing in his pro league. I'm telling you, if these three boys suit up together, they're already millionaires. Their economic change is going to light the world up. It's going to light the world up. And when I say light the world up, I'm serious. They're going to do some things that have never been done before in the world of sports. And now we see all the individuals that bashed LeVar Balls and his sons. Oh, his sons' shots are broken. The baby boy shot is broken just like Lonzo's. Oh, he'll never be a first-round pick. All that stuff, they had to eat crow. And now LeVar Ball is coming again. He's coaching in the Drew League. Everybody's, as Marcrina said, is waiting to see what Jello is going to do. I'm going to tell you, it's something big coming down the pipe. Be ready. And remember, you heard it here first on Big J D-Mac. Let's talk. Because I'm telling you, it's something big is coming, Marcrina. You're right. And they have not given the insight. I would love to talk to AB the Hero because I know he knows what's going on. And if he could say something, I would love to know what's going on. Because guess what? It's going to be big. Not only is it going to be big, it's going to change sports. Like my man DeRose said, like the Logan and Jake Paul brothers. They're about to change it and never, LiAngelo is never going to play a game. But the world of sports is about to change. It's about to change like we've never seen it before. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to get it going. I'm ready to get it going. All right, any more comments in the room? The D comes back. What about the game tonight? I was over with Lamont with FYF, and I was talking to him sports debate, and he asked me my opinion on the Suns and the Bucks, and I straight said the Suns will sweep in 4, and they will win tonight in the second half, and we see what happened. They pulled it out tonight. They pulled it out. And that not just pulled it out, they blew them out. So it was a blowout. And I'm telling you, the same thing will happen. I'm excited that you were on with us tonight. We'll be back on this week. We'll put the program up to let you know because I'm telling you, hey, what's up, D's back? Thank you. You know, so man, I was like, oh my goodness, I got to run it by myself, man.
Yeah, my phone died out on me, man.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, watch the CP3 has much heart. And that's what I said earlier. The road to Mill. Hey, that's what I said. CP3 at this point, he's playing and he has the entire team not willing to lose. They are not willing to lose. That's why I said they're going to sweep the Bucks in 4. It has nothing to do with Giannis. Those are NBA millionaires, man. They get paid money to go play ball. They get paid money. So everyone's has injuries. Now this is where the coaches come up and they make a difference or they make the right decisions because coaching is everything when you get to this point. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm ready to go with it. I don't want to see him blow them out in 4. I would like to go to a game 7 just to see what would happen. I remember when Cleveland was up on Golden State was up on Cleveland, and it all turned around. That was some amazing basketball, amazing. So I would like to go and see it go more than 4. If not, television contracts, NBA, they're going to lose a lot of money because with the bubble last year and the amount of people who tuned in, if we go into something like that this year, they're going to lose a lot of money. Again, go by FYF Sports Debate, Lamont's page, and make sure that you tune into his channel and make sure that you subscribe. Also go by Deacon Mac, DEACON space Mac, MACK, and subscribe to his channel also. But we want to say that we just appreciate everyone for coming on tonight. It's going to get better. And everything in the world is going to get better. If we look at LeVar Ball and look at his never quit mentality, look at his never give up mentality, no matter what, no matter when, no matter where, no matter how or why, who opposes you, who's against you, never give up. And always have your vision to where you can see beyond now. Because if you can see beyond now, you can make it. Greater is always there, but it's up to you to believe that. And what I've learned from LeVar Ball, and I know a lot of people say, well, you LeVar Ball, the Ball family fans. No, I'm not. I'm a sports fan. But I look for the best in sports, and I look for the narrative to where someone was not supposed to make it. And they rose above with them being disqualified. I love that. You know what my favorite movie is? My favorite movie is, what's that Notre Dame football movie?
Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy. Oh, man. That's my favorite movie. That's my favorite movie. You know why? Rudy wanted to quit, but he didn't quit. He did quit. But all the players got around him, man, and they went to the coach and said, Coach, if Rudy don't play, we don't want to play. And well, I'm telling you, man, you want to see me cry? Put Rudy on. Put Rudy on and you'll see me bust some tears, and I don't bust them no more. You know why? Because the underdog always win. But you have to think and know that you're going to win. Despite what's before you, the vision is always greater. And that's what I see in LeVar Ball. He didn't allow Alan Foster taking $2 million from his sons to bother him. He kept pushing and making. That's another one, man. Now you're starting to get to me, man. He said my next movie, he said The Pursuit of Happiness is the goal to inspiration. 100%, man. When that man came out of his shoes and that man got that one machine working. So you got to be able to think like that. It's not over until it's over. Even though the machine is not working and the man stole his machine, he got his machine back and sold it and took care of his son. Watch this. And then when the man from Shearson and Lehman Brothers borrowed his last $5, he had nothing. And I could see the look in his eyes. He had nothing, but he had everything. And what was that everything? The ability and the will to keep going. See, that's why I want to encourage you tonight by showing the LeVar Ball. When he used to walk out and they called him a clown. And then they said, when he said something about told the lady, we can spin the wheel or something, and he meant no sexual suggestion. And they made a big deal out of that to make him look like a bad guy. And then to call his sons nobody and to say their shots were broken. He had a lot of reasons to quit, people. He had a lot of reasons to give up, but he found inspiration in a woman that he married many years ago. And in that, he found the ability, I believe, each time he looked at her, he saw their sons, and he found the reason to keep going. And it reminds me of the man in the Bible by the name of Job. Though you slay me, yet will I serve you. No matter what happens before we close, I want to say this tonight. There's somebody in this room, and I'm not trying to preach or anything like that. You need to stand on what you've been given. Your dream matters. It's okay to dream. Don't give up. Go back to dreaming. Go back to thinking. Go back to journaling. Write what you believe. Write what you feel until it happens. Another one of my favorite movies is Angels in the Outfield, where that little boy, he didn't see angels. Then he saw it. And the other boy said, it could happen. See, that's what I live my life on. I don't worry about naysayers and trolls. I just believe that what's going to happen on this channel is amazing. Why? Because it can happen. And when I look at LeVar Ball, I see a man who loves his family and made it happen. We're going to go ahead and get off tonight. I have some things to prepare for the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and go to the community section so you'll see the entire list of our podcasts. And you can go on there and listen to those you have missed. You can listen in your car. You can listen at home, on your phone. You don't have to tune in to YouTube. But just in case you do, when you want to see the channel in full motion, you can subscribe to our channel, myself and D-Mac, which is Deacon Mac. And you'll be able to come on with us. So Marcrina, The Road, we want to say thank you for being on tonight. Any last words before we log out? We want to say thank you, D, and we want to say thank you to those who were in the room tonight. I know it's a different time, but we're just trying different things. All right. Again, we say thank you for those who have tuned in. You are amazing. And you know what I'm going to say. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much just for being a part. We truly appreciate you. Have a blessed evening. All right? Stay blessed. Be blessed. Have a great one now.